That just sounds okay.
Oh. Dang it, Gary's mad.
This is ridiculous. What CVT do I need again?
Just a regular CVT.
CVT.
Not to do a clutch one.
It's a transactional large.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I did.
Dude, no, imagine if that was the stupid sound effect and we're done it for diving.
That would just be so weak, honestly. God dang it.
We eating the feces. And it's delicious.
I think this thing will actually be ACF legal as well, which is amazing within itself.
Look at that power pack. Oh, there it is again.
I just see it right. Wow! That is just ridiculous.
Wonder how I'm gonna do this.
Have you started recording it?
Huh?
Have you started recording it?
Yeah, I recorded all the sounds of it.
Oh no. I'm probably gonna sound like a dumbass now. Woo!
I can delete it if you want.
I don't really care. It's okay.
Some high quality content right here.
Really is.
I think I might just make a flat plate for the lower plate on the cheek.
That guy in his damn saw.
Dude, he's putting in work. What are you talking about?
Just making it funnier than what it really is.
It's funny. That is atrocious. Ugh.
That's actually a quite nice slope. Wow.
Oh, you'd say what collisions on it?
Hmm?
Oh. Oh.
What to do, what to do. There we go.
Hold up. Oh, wait.
Hold up.
No. No. No, I have to do.
I'll be right back, comrade. Alright, I'm back.
Hey.
Hey.
Nope.
Nope.
Yes, yeah, that's good. It's up to about here.
Looks like shit.
What?
My thing that the plate I just put on.
36. 7 minus 36. 60. 54. Half of 54 is 22.
Nice protection.
Shut up. Cheeky.
Nothing's getting through that.
Okay. Crap. Here we go. These plates are gonna get blown off really easy though. There we go. That shell's coming on these things. Not very much.
Like my rear plate.
Sure.
Trim it down this. Just like that saw outside.
Meow.
Like a dying cat.
Some cats do actually make that sound. I believe we got some cats when or Rainbow when she wants to go into she starts meowing like meow. Dang.
Dang. I don't know how you live with that, honestly.
I'm not really that mad.
I'm not really that mad. Keyword that.
So I wanted to like replicate the curviness of the chieftain's lower plate.
Lower plate. Hmm. Is that what you're trying to make, or just use some ideas from it?
Hmm?
Is that what you're trying to make as a chieftain, or are you just trying to use like ideas from it?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to make, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying.
I think. Okay.
I think. Okay.
Ow.
This is ridiculous.
So it's straining to
Straining. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
That's what she said.
Seven.
What was that?
What's that? Oh, counting the wheels, road wheels.
I don't F with you.
I don't.
Crap.
Crap.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Give this another 5 degrees.
5 degrees. Excuse me.
5. 25. It's like curves and you can't get it in ACF.
You can't get it in AC.
I'm not. No, I'm sorry.
I'm not.
S-maps.
I'm sorry. S-maps. Yeah, good, right. Oh, these wheels are too big.
Shoot. I'll just make it a flat plate and keep the chieftain's turret. Make my own hole for it. The big dank.
Big tank tank.
The big tank. Yep, it's happening.
Hmm.
Viz clip. What I'm about to do. Too big. Mhm. 15, 2, 20. Oops. 20.
Darn it.
What'd you say to me?
What you say about me?
That'll bounce everything.
Whoa.
This.
That. Okay. That Tiger H1 lower plate shoots me here.
Whoa, the sound you make when you just spin.
Yeah, I was weird.
No, because I'm like using a sound. It sound like you proper broke your leg.
I heard it too.
Oh, well then it must have been a general update. 42, where's the 42? 42 by 48. Dude, what did you do to him?
Oh, he's dead. That guy's still going ham on that saw.
Yeah. He's going pretty hard. Not gonna lie.
Stacker.
$200. Yeah, that looks... Ooh, that looks nice. Shoot.
Alright.
Pressing all my keys.
What?
It's crashing the server.
Okay.
Alright.
Why don't you go ahead and explain what you...
Alright, so I have tried to build a T-64. The hull is definitely a lot like the tank, but the turret I got too lazy on. I was like, oh fuck it, I'll do something. But it's still cool. So, on the front plate here, we have 100 millimeters of armor. And we have 100 millimeters of armor on the lower plate. And that will do well against most cannons. Up here we have 150 on both the sides here, the turret face. Then we'll come around to the sides of the turret. We have 80 millimeters, 80 on the rear, and 10 millimeters of spaced armor around the back, protecting that case of ammo. On the sides here, on the hull, we have 80 millimeters of armor, plus 15 millimeters of spaced armor, which is good for protecting against heat and stuff like that. Then for the rear here, we have 45 millimeters of armor, and then again 10 millimeters of spaced armor, which is pretty good. So I guess we'll just...
They have no deck left.
Yeah, I have no deck on. Alright, oh, I forgot to say I'm using a 100 millimeter cannon, some smoke pods, and a 14.5 millimeter coaxial, so yeah. So it's really maneuverable as well, because I have put 2 engines in there.
Yeah, should I just show them? Oh yeah, this one.
So I'm using 2 W16 8.4 liter petrols, which are really
These got
powerful. Yeah. Very it's just ridiculous.
But this is your original record, huh?
Nah, this is my original. The one we're doing last video is just trash, so I just decided to move on.
Alright. I'm gonna take a look at mine.
So like the scrub I am, I didn't know my mic wasn't recording. So I walked around, looked at my tank, and nothing was being picked up from my mic. Nate was echoing it back, but not enough to actually have that viewable. So I'm just gonna take another look at my unfinished tank, and well, this time you'll be able to hear me. So like I said, I never really get that. Sorry, I can't talk today. But I never really got a chance to actually finish my chieftain because I've been doing other things. But basically, I tried to make the lower glaciers like the chieftains, in which it sort of slopes, even though it's kind of flat. But I eventually just decided to put this massive brick of a plate right here, and it's effectively just about 200 millimeters thick because there's not too much of a slope on it, as you can see. But this is kind of a weak spot on the tank compared to everything else. Everything else has an effective thickness of like, what, 300? Over 200? Things like that. And that's this upper plate. This is 85 millimeters, sloped back at 70 degrees. The same is true for these two plates right here. But they have an additional slope on them. They have a, what, a slope in another direction. So that means they're even more effective than just this flat plate right here. And same goes for this, but it's even more effective than just this plate right here. And all these plates can take a decent amount of health. These plates that are sloped really hard don't really need that much health because they'll survive more than a flat plate can. So this plate needs to have a lot of health, however this plate doesn't. But it's there if you want it. So moving on to the side armor, I actually decided to stop completely trying to replicate a chieftain and go at like a Euro Russian tank. So I put sort of like a IS-7 or IS-3 or T-10 slope on here. So the side armor slopes out, but also underneath there's a slope here as well. And if a shot hits either of these two plates, the effective thickness is going to be like close to 150 or even over that if you hit the lower plate right here. And then there's just this plate that is 90 millimeters thick and angled at 45 degrees, so somewhere in the lines about 120 millimeters effective thickness, which is nice to have a side armor. And then there's a flat plate that goes along the whole side that is just 90 millimeters thick. So the side armor does indeed slope into the front of the tank. And I can show you that right now. So you can see I have these two triangles that just slope into the front armor. And then there's this other plate that connects the side armor to the front as well. Turret ring is exposed. I plan to put another plate on top of it for the front of the turret only, so it'll be just as strong as a turret, which at the seam has this little triangle angled at 45 degrees. And it can take a lot of health as well, but I haven't armored this just yet, or any of the plates up here. But I know that these two plates on the side of this big bulge right here. If I were to say put 85 millimeters of armor up here, they would be extremely thick because they have such a big angle on it. This not so much, but I'm planning to put a large amount of armor on it, and it can also take a large amount of health as well, 98. I plan to have the side of the turret just flat, as well as the rear, and maybe 50 millimeters because I think you should always have your turret pointing toward your enemies. For the rear armor, it's nothing special, it's just 50 millimeters of rear armor. There's this nice little, what is it? It's like a cast hole in this section right here, but that's just a rounded piece, which looks nice. And I'm gonna viz clip this right here. Also, deck armor is 40 millimeters, but it is also sloped out. So my engine power pack is just two V12, or not V12, 12 liter V6 petrols, and I plan to have neutral steering on this tank, but for the chip I was using, it just needs one single gearbox. That's a dual clutch, but I might change it. And that about wraps up my tank. Oh yeah, for the gun, which is why the turret is so big, I was planning on having a 100 millimeter auto loader in here. And I know the Chieftain actually gets a 120, but I thought this was a good idea. And if I wanted, I could change the guns out. So it kind of looks like an AMX 5100 or 5120 if you look at it from this side. Maybe with the turret armor there, but there's just nothing. And that about wraps up my tank.